Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, Pacific Northwest Weather Watch. I am in New Boston, Texas right now. I'm up here in Northeast Texas waiting for this eclipse tomorrow. And I thought I'd just combine a quick Pacific Northwest Weather Watch forecast with the eclipse forecast for tomorrow. So what we're looking at here is a short range ensemble, and this is what's showing cloud thickness. So you can see each individual locations here, and you can see the path of totality there. This is a great deal here from the Pivotal Weather site here. And you can see that there is going to be some potential for viewing still across portions of Texas here. I know there's probably going to be some areas that are better than others. And there's going to be high clouds over the area, but that will not restrict you from seeing the disk of the sun. You just want to stay out of the worst of the low clouds. Hopefully people can stay mobile there and move around. But you can see the better you go across, the better it is the further you go northeast across Mount Arkansas and maybe northeast Texas. But there is probably still going to be some people that see the eclipse here across some portions of Texas. So if I scroll through some of this, you can see across Arkansas, again, cloud thickness here, and you can kind of see the path of totality, and you can see there's Little Rock here, and you can see Russellville and Conway, and not too bad of viewing here. It doesn't look like there was a lot of high clouds today, and there's probably going to be high clouds tomorrow and some mid and low level clouds as well, and I'll show you some of the meteorology behind that here in a moment. But if we take a look at places like Carbondale off to the southeast of St. Louis here as well, looks pretty good right now, at least the short range ensembles. I'll show you some of the other models here in a moment as well. But we're going to keep going up the line here. We're now looking at Bloomington, Indianapolis, and you can see Dayton, Ohio right there. Not too bad according to the short range ensemble. However, once you get out towards Ohio here, you start to see some of this cloud activity is getting back in here. How lucky are you feeling there for Cleveland and Sandusky? 51% cloud thickness there. That's starting to thicken up the clouds. And you see New York and towards the Great Lakes gets a little bit worse as well. You can see worse as well. Syracuse 74%, Watertown 71 here if you're trying to get right on the midline there, Burlington. But once you get out towards New Hampshire here, it starts to get better, and towards Maine. I mean, look at this. No cloud cover expected across Maine. If you're in Montreal, you can just drop back down to the south and east and catch that middle path of the totality there. And this is a wider look at that same map I just showed you here. So you can kind of see as it comes across Mexico, it's not showing that these clouds are going to be too thick across portions of Mexico. So if you're down there in Mazatlan right now, there still is some hope, and still some hope for portions of Texas as well. But there is going to be some low clouds moving up across the area tomorrow, especially across Texas, Louisiana, moving up into Arkansas. So I'll show you that here in a moment. But you can see the winner of this looks like it's going to be the Northeast. And this is looking at the European here. So this is the cloud covering percentage here. This is the low level clouds. You want to stay away from those, but you can still see even across Texas, there's going to be some breaks in here. And then you get towards Arkansas and further off to the northeast. Looks like it's going to be better. Mid-level clouds, we can see some of those across Texas, but not too incredibly bad. However, the high clouds are much more widespread, but those won't necessarily ruin a solar eclipse viewing party, necessarily speaking, especially if they're the wispy high cloud variety type here. Seeing what was out there today, it wasn't quite too bad. Now, taking a look at the high resolution rapid refresh for tomorrow, this is infrared satellite imagery simulated, and you can see some of those high clouds moving in here. This doesn't do a very good job showing the lower clouds, but I wanted to point out that there is some thunderstorms that are going to be popping up across some of Louisiana. And as we go on in through the afternoon, as you can see, just a few short hours after the eclipse, they start to bubble up from the south there. So that could slow you guys down, or it could cause some problems here, because that's going to be some severe weather potentially there. Some very heavy rain, some dangerous lightning, maybe some large hail. There is a tornado threat as well, but I think that mainly the heavy rain and the dangerous lightning and just the traffic out and about is probably the biggest risk here. And this is looking as we go on through Monday evening. If we take a look at dew point temperature, this is we're getting close to where we are right now, but you can see the rich Gulf moisture down here across some of Houston and southern Texas, kind of Louisiana here. And as you see in the overnight hours into the morning hours, you can see that spread up north, and this is likely bringing a mix of some low clouds up with it as we go on into the day tomorrow. So this is going to be a problem. You might want to drive all the way up to north central Arkansas if you could do it there. But there is still going to be the potential for some viewing here. It looks like by the time we get towards 18Z, which is about when the eclipse starts across portions of Texas. Now, taking a look at what's going on right now, you can kind of see that storm in development with the trough out across the southwest, and the high and mid-level clouds are going to start rolling in here. And again, that moisture is going to be surging inland from the Gulf of Mexico all the way up across northeast Texas towards Arkansas. You can see the lightning activity going on right now as we speak. Now, the Pacific Northwest, let's do a quick weather update here as well. I didn't get to do a video this morning. I had to leave so early, and I've been out running around here trying to get set up out here in northeast Texas. But, I heard about the showers coming through out there today. And tomorrow, we're going to start bringing some rain in as we go through the day as well, kind of a drip and drab day as we go. And then another round of showers is going to remain with us all the way on in through Tuesday. But good news for Wednesday and Thursday, we may dry out a little bit here. And I'll show you that here in a moment. But if we look at the European, we're going to check out the timing on that. There goes the system rolling in as we go through the late morning hours, afternoon hours for Seattle. Not as much down into western Oregon here, but you can kind of see we're going to be the showery regime here as we go through Tuesday. Then we get Wednesday, it looks like maybe a fairly dry day, except for Vancouver Island north across my British Columbia here. And that's going to kind of be streaming in here, almost an atmospheric river-like feature as we go on in through the day Thursday. And then we start to bring some of that rain down as we go into Friday morning for western Washington, Oregon, as we get another system moving through here. And then after that, who knows at this time frame right now. We'll look at the 500 millibar heights here in a moment though. But looking at 2 meter temperature, so you can kind of see that this is for tomorrow. A little bit warmer across western Oregon, eastern Washington here, as you can tell. And then actually, let me back up here one more time, and I'm going to scroll through that again so we can get back to it. I want to go through this day at a time. So here we go through Tuesday. This is for April 9th, and you can kind of see we bounce back a little bit there, but look, by Wednesday we could get some 60s, some mid and upper 60s for western Oregon, warming back up again across eastern Washington. You can see the high resolution there with the valleys warming up back up in eastern Washington, even in British Columbia. And then we go through Thursday, maybe one more decent day, and then we start to bring that next system in here as we go through Friday coming up. As I scroll towards the end of the National Blend of Models run, as we go through next week as well, you can see we warm up again midweek, but kind of fantasy land right now. We'll worry about that as we get closer to it. Now, taking a look at the European, we did that and we did that. So yeah, I just wanted to get that little forecast out there for you, just kind of a heads up on what's going on here. I may do a better one tomorrow. It depends on how much I have to move tomorrow. If I have to drive to northern Arkansas, I may have to do it really early. So I may not be able to put out a forecast for Pacific Northwest Weather Watch tomorrow, but most likely I'll have one out at one point over the next couple of days, and I should be home by Wednesday, so my normal briefings will resume then. So hope you guys are liking these videos. Yeah, wish me luck out here tomorrow, and I've got a couple people I might be meeting up with tomorrow, so wish us luck out here as well. And then we're going to drop back down and try to chase some of these thunderstorms tomorrow night, and then maybe another round of thunderstorms as we go through Tuesday before I head back home. But we'll see how that goes. So anyway, yeah, hope you guys are having a good day, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, possibly.